Okay,
Alright,
so do you want me to just leave it like that and then pause the recording, and then you'll start the recording and come in?
yeah, so where is it on there?
Right here, so this is.
Where's the mouse? Okay,
Here, oh, wait, is this touchscreen? Yeah, let me see, it's touchscreen. It is touchscreen. Huh. Anyways, mouse is right here, you can touch it if you want, you can hit play.
Yeah. It won't be till like 6:30.
Thing. Think that, I'm just gonna mess around with the mic, I think, to just make sure it works, cause I don't know. if That has to be changed or anything like that, I don't know what's hearing me.
I don't hear anything.
Well, you're not gonna hear it.
Hello?
There you go, see how it's popping up?
Hello?
Oh,
Okay,
it should be working.
okay, all right, well, if it's not, I'm gonna send out just an email saying, hey, FYI, we're getting a new computer. So
Okay, I think you'll be able to, I'll pop.
this is the first trial.
but see, I don't know where everybody is.
Gail, Ann be back, cause I had the feeling Gail thought it was another week.
Gail, no, Gail,
I read to her through Christie's and it sounded like she thought it was a different time, so.
Well,
it's always the fourth Monday
Except
and
for
we've
the
had
week
to
that I
skip
didn't
a
come.
couple because I was sick and then,
And if I hadn't, I always check my email.
Yeah.
But had you not sent out that email, I would not.
well, and I took 3 days off of needed rest
Yeah.
and
No need to
Yeah.
apologize.
so I did not get the agenda done because I went home
Where's that?
and I did not
Did you have
do,
Thanksgiving at your house?
yes,
Well,
Yeah.
that's good.
yeah, so it was nice though, just to get the 3 days off first and,
Yeah.
take that break and we've had a lot of stuff going on, so personally and professionally, so anyway. Anyway.
On Wednesday, I didn't really call you, I just called to see what time the law office was closed.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
you were closing early.
Yeah, no, they didn't close early. That wasn't, I don't think it was proposed and I wasn't gonna be
No, they-
here, so
She said that we kind of closed. I said, okay,
Right.
we close early, I'll be in.
we
So-
usually do. Yeah, we usually close like a half a day and,
Now, Mary, I don't know if we have to do this every year or it's all done. Were we supposed to by December, come in and do something for our taxes so they don't go up?
no, because the state discontinued
They
that
did.
program.
Of
Yeah,
course they did.
yeah. No, that was, yeah,
All right.
yep, no, the state discontinued
I
it.
thought they did, but I just wanted to double check.
Yeah, I don't see anybody trying to get on. Do you?
No.
All I see is
Did you
myself
send
on
the
there.
link out to Doris?
Yep, they all have the link. It's right on the top of the agenda. You can't miss it.
I bet Doris is busy and they just.
Well, Karen emailed me and said, what's the link? So I gave her the link. And then Sue Bradshaw asked. And then I just sent it back out to everybody. So, and I'm not sure about Mary DeRozier. I know she's had a bunch of health issues going on, so. So maybe this is it.
This is the party that is the
This
four of us?
is it. Yeah, I do want to have a little discussion about attendance and different things and what we need to do to move forward because I just think that we do. Anyway,
Did you have any, do we have to wait for the meeting to, this is
the
the.
meeting is, yeah, it started.
Okay.
It's 6:30. There are no participants sitting in, but like I said, this is the first go around. Nick checked it and he said he thought everything was all set to go. So I'm relying on his expertise because he's the techie person in this office and I am not. And I don't wanna be. I don't wanna be the
I think
techie
you have
person.
enough on your plate.
Yeah, I think I do too. So the first thing on the agenda is, the minutes of the October 30th meeting. And did everybody get a chance to look at those? I did print them out and you do have them in front of you.
I'm sorry they're so late, I didn't get them out until today.
That's fine. I didn't get the agenda out till today. Well, actually, I didn't even get it out till tonight.
Last month.
I know.
I think it looks good.
Yeah,
I
me too.
wasn't here to know, but it looks good to me.
Yeah, that's what I
Yep.
said.
Yeah, thank you for doing those, Betty. I appreciate it. Okay, all in favor? Yay.
Yay.
Yay. So I just write, okay. So, the agenda, so just a follow-up on senior events, I think everything is pretty much, running that we currently have going, which is pretty much the walking group and,
Our walking.
and the craft
is
group.
amazing. I
Yeah,
mean, we just.
I heard there's quite a few people down there
Yeah,
now.
people are coming back. We've got, oh, who was it today who wanted, who's gonna join us, but on December 18th, we're gonna have our little, Christmas party and stuff, and so, the walking is doing amazing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
good.
we have a good time. We laugh and
Yeah,
talk and
yeah,
it's
nice.
just social and
Yeah.
we do get.
And it's good just for that socialization for some people that just don't get out that often or, you know, have the opportunity.
I'm trying to get Cheryl to come in, because, where did I see her last? Oh, we took Doris out for breakfast because she was leaving and Matthias, and so, Cheryl came, and so I said, why don't you just come for the socialization? I said, even if you, huh? Cheryl Tolman.
Cook,
Tolman.
show cook.
So I said, why don't you come? I said, even if you can only walk halfway around, we'll have a chair set up. Just come for the socialization. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to convince her to come. She's a lovely lady.
Yeah, she is.
Really is. a sweet
Yeah,
lady.
she is nice. Yeah, she was here at the office today, so she was,
That link is not,
the link's not working.
it's not letting me get in.
It's not.
I'm trying to log in through that link.
Well, maybe that's why. The only other way to check the link is to go to the Town of Belgrade website, but it's pretty much, I copied and pasted it right in off from what we had, so I don't know, maybe it's the Zoom setup. Maybe it's just because this is the first Zoom meeting off from this computer. Maybe,
It should set it up by what's scheduled in Zoom, but
yeah.
anyways, it's fine.
So maybe we have to reschedule it. I do not know. Maybe we have to set up
Set up some
the
more
schedule, the
Right.
Zoom meetings
Zoom,
again,
yeah.
because it's a new.
Yeah.
It was supposed to, everything was supposed to transfer over, Nick told me, so I'm like, okay, I'm relying on you. So I'm not, a techie person, like I said, otherwise.
Well, I just typed in. the whole link.
Oh, well.
You'll have to tell your tech person tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, and I'll take a look at it again, but I pretty much copy and pasted off from every agenda that we've had in the past, and for the most part, it works. So anyway, where were we? And any update on the pickleball? That's still going good. Ken's still running it. People are still,
He's not running it, but he's.
he's participating, yeah.
He didn't go to the event, Austrians did.
No.
They woke up, I'm this pickleball.
That's doing well I mean, the people are loving it.
Yeah, the pickleball,
Mhm.
yeah, I think that's good
They
too.
only
I
have
mean,
one court, as many as 18 people.
yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of people to be playing for and
Mhm.
waiting all that time, yeah. Um,
They only
And
play
I
till 7 instead of 11.
oh, they do, yeah. I, saw Jean Perkins today too, and she said that the crafting was going well. She'll be leaving the week before Christmas, and then Anne from the food pantry will take over the crafting. So we didn't have as much money left over as I thought initially, because I had quite a few more receipts come in from the craft group. So we have about $524, left over so
Did you
far.
do anything with the, when I told you I stopped at the Snow Pond Center for All Seasons?
Yeah, I'll get to that. I down here on the sign, I got the sign follow-up.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay, not a worry. The Christmas gathering, so. Right now, Rick Ray and Barbara are living up in Sugarloaf. I'm not gonna ask him to come down for an hour's worth of
Yeah.
playing music, so. I don't know, I don't have any commitments from anybody for food or the rhymes.
You can favor it?
I don't know if they would or not.
I don't think so.
You don't think,
They're too busy.
the rhymes?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you wanna reach out to them.
I know them personally, I can, if you want me.
Okay, yeah.
So that was for,
Sooner rather than later, only because then, we're just gonna end up with some CDs and some music and,
so how
have to
long?
call it
It's,
good.
December 9th from 2 to 4, so
Yeah.
when would they be playing? Or singing?
Yeah, they could come at like, 2:30 to 3:30.
Right.
Yeah, and they're right down the road, so they're not far away.
Yeah,
And they may be willing to do it.
We don't have
And,
any money for them to do it.
excuse me,
We don't have any money for them to do
we have $524.
it. Well,
I mean.
I was wondering if we have $50, I was wondering if maybe Don Peterson would come and play the guitar. Oh, that's a good idea. I bet Don would be happy to.
Yeah.
and yeah,
All right, so let's keep,
let's try.
communicating like
Yeah.
in the next day or so. I
Okay,
know that's
fine.
asking a lot, but
Why don't you call Dawn first? And, I think that, I really truly think that the Rhines are gonna be busy.
Okay,
They're right
all
up
right.
straight with their studio
yeah.
and
And
church.
I don't have a problem with, giving
Yeah,
Don a
Don.
check. I'd have to go through the warrant process and all of that, so it won't be right then and there. But if I know, I can actually put in for it in advance. So if I know in a day or two, if I know before Thursday morning, I can put in for, okay. Yeah, so if he would want to do that, that would be great.
Our party is from 2 to 4, right?
Yep, 2 to 4. I mean, I'll,
And he would perform between, from 2:30 to 3:30.
yeah. And,
Yeah, but last year, as soon as the music was done, it really broke out.
it did.
People were leaving then.
It did, and I'd like to, it's just the time to do all these things and with my work schedule. Really like to do more, to get more people there, more,
Well, I'll put together another flyer like I did last year.
Okay.
That we got out.
okay,
Do that.
all right. And I will send out,
And
donations for cookies to the whole group.
did you have a lot of people come last year?
It was mostly us and a couple,
Mostly the committee, and then there were both, we had 2 select people come, which I was really pleased about. It was nice to have.
yeah, and Jean came
Yeah.
and, what's his name across the street?
Mhm.
He came. I know that they are really missing, the movie day. So we'll see what's gonna happen there. Cause right now with our budget, I was actually hoping that we'd be able to get a TV. I talked to, something that we could mount to the wall. And I talked to Dan McGlashing a few times and was hoping to coordinate our efforts there, so. I will follow up with him again, see where he's at financially. I know where we're at. And,
Well, if someone can, I mean, if you decide to implement Movie Monday again, I will.
well,
cover
I
some
don't
of
think
the
that you
Mondays,
should
but
have
I-
to take all your
I'm not
vacation.
covering all the Mondays, but I will cover some.
Yeah. Okay,
I mean, I'm planning on working another 6 to 8 months and then I'll have all kinds of Mondays to.
Are you retired?
Getting close.
Good for you.
Exciting go forward.
It's
Yeah.
41 plus years. I think I can retire.
Yeah, yeah.
yep, yeah, that would be good. And maybe I could swing with you there. I'm gonna have to take my vacation time too. So,
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to do that.
well, that's what Kim does too. We take
Yeah,
our
that's
vacation
what I
time.
had done, and
Yeah.
then when I.
And the only
switched
two
to it,
times
then
I did
somebody
it,
else-
one time nobody showed up and then one time just, the regulars showed up. But, yeah,
Is that well attended? the movie?
It was, the last one I think I did, I think I had 7.
so it's not a lot of people, but it's the kind of people that enjoy just sitting together, eating popcorn
Yeah,
and
it's
watching a
people that
movie.
necessarily-
No conversation. I mean, there's no conversation.
And
they-
it's not the crowd that's gonna play pickleball.
No, they're
and
not.
Go for a walk. But I had one woman say to me how happy she was that we were doing it because she didn't go anywhere. And she
Yeah.
lives just up the road, so she said, I can drive here. I don't drive any distance, but I can drive here, you know. So
Mhm.
Yeah,
it's the people that we had hoped
Right.
we could
Yeah,
reach.
it's something.
yeah,
Yeah.
Here, a few there,
yeah,
it's all that.
okay. So I will send something out, email for cookie donations.
We ended up having quite a few last year. We ended up having a lot.
We did have quite a few, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hear from Lois, so I
Mary
don't
did
know.
throw it a lot.
Yes,
Yeah,
she
she
did.
bought for 2
Yeah.
or 3 different kinds.
She did.
Is the 9th a Saturday or a Sunday?
It's a Saturday and we're all set for that time. I've already booked it with Deanne. So those are all the behind the scene things. Coordinated efforts. All right, Kim, follow
Yeah, I
up.
don't have-
Aging in
report.
place.
Aging in place, they've never got back to me.
Okay,
It was the one that originally reached out to me. Then I contacted her to tell her when the meeting was. She said, let's wait till next month. I called her the next month, I've written her 3 times, I think, and she's never gotten back. to me.
Huh.
So whatever her purpose in reaching out to us. in the first place,
initially, just,
I think, yeah, she's either moved on to another town or.
yeah,
I know about the same time Reedfield was getting up and going, and I think she
Right.
probably was concentrating her efforts there.
yeah.
And then Nail and Nail, I have not heard back from again.
Well, I do know that, Mr. Nail, and were you gonna reach out to Nail and Nail? Cause I know that
I think-
they're your
I think
lawyer.
Betty was waiting to see if I
Okay.
heard back, and I had not heard back.
Well, I know that Gail attended, they had, through the, school.
Yeah.
They had one of those classes and Gail attended it and she gave us all the information when she was here at the last meeting and said it was very well done. Some stuff was way more than she needed, but it gave her a basis of things that she could do and should do
Yeah, who did she-
before Nail and Nail.
Yeah, but.
It was
John
Senior?
John Senior,
Yeah.
he did
Well,
it.
when I reached out to them, it was because of that, it was like I saw that you were doing an adult ed, would love to have you come and talk, and yeah. And then I've never heard, but I thought also after that, that if they didn't wanna do at least a day, wills and estate planning and stuff too,
She does.
Yeah.
Okay,
some kind of, senior planning, trust,
Okay.
things like that, so.
all
Do
right.
you wanna reach out to him again, since you have contact?
I can,
Try one more time.
I can
Sure.
try one more
Yeah,
time, yeah.
try one more
And if I
time.
don't hear back, then if you.
Yeah,
I'll go to Tracy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know you said you went there, so.
Okay.
yeah.
so Kim and Betty.
But when John was at the adult ed class, that was a full room. So,
Oh, did you go?
it was homecoming, so I went by and
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw, because I know John. And,
Well, she went to the one in Waterville.
Gail went to the one in, at Messalonsky.
Oh, I thought she said it was
No,
Waterville.
I saw her at Messalonsky.
Oh, okay,
And he would not come, I just know it wasn't gonna be a full house because
Yeah.
that classroom was full.
yeah,
Well, we're gonna pay. Diane, I think you would come if we say we're gonna give you $200, it's gonna be equivalent to whatever you got for the,
Yeah.
you know, adult ed, but
Yeah.
whatever, I will reach out to you.
Okay, all right. We'll leave it for the two of you to do the follow-up on that. So the sign follow-up, so I've been working on that. So Corey's, the, food pantry gave an okay. They don't mind having another sign put there because they didn't want, because it's the town of Belgrade, then it's the food pantry, then it's their hours. But I wanted a full sign across the bottom that said, Belgrade Senior Center. And, not North Belgrade, not Belgrade Lakes, just Belgrade Senior Center. So anyway, so Corey's taken the measurements. I've contacted, Leighton Sign Works. They will do it for us. They haven't given me a price, so I don't know where that's going. They need some more measurements because they got back in touch today. They need the inside measurements between the post and the, to make sure that it's gonna fit, but it'll be, 4 foot by 12 inches. And it's a two-sided sign. We'll keep it similar to what's currently there, so everything's nice and uniform, but it will at least, designate that place. I did get in touch with, them and, about the signs, and nobody had any
Nobody had-
signs, and I thought, okay, so what's the second best thing?
Yeah.
So is to, instead of having a whole bunch of signs up there, just one
Yeah.
sign
So
that,
everything is uniform.
right, to keep it nice and neat, and, so anyway, they gotta get back to me. I sent it to Corey again to get those inside measurements. So, you know, I'm not sure what that's gonna cost. So
That's what we used to have at Lydia Johnson's, remember Lydia had the brass knocker? The
Yeah.
main sign said the brass knocker, and
right,
we had a sign underneath that hung up, underneath that was her hours,
right.
and then we hung another one off that
Yeah.
would be when she was having her failure.
And this one isn't gonna be hanging. Initially, I thought it would be hanging, and then when Corey sent me a picture of the sign, I said, really, if it was hanging, it would be swinging, because there's the, food pantry hanging hours sign there. So this is gonna be a fully mounted bracketed, sign that's gonna be permanent.
Good.
And it's either plastic or metal, we're not sure.
That
Some
would look nice.
sign material. I think it will look
Mhm.
nice
And
too.
it's nice, like I said, to keep everything uniform.
I think so. And I think, do you think Belgrade Senior Center fits?
That's what it is.
That's what
That's what it
is.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. So,
You
should Okay.
put your phone number at the bottom?
no, thank you. So anyway, so I've done all that. So that's in the works, and we should hopefully maybe have it mounted before the end of the year. So we'll see what the weather is. Corey's also checking the lights for me at the North Belgrade Community Center, and he's checking the lights down here at the ballpark this week to make sure everything's in good running order, so.
Has anybody talked to him about cleaning the building again? The NBCC,
The North
the community
Belgrade,
center.
yeah. I
It's
don't know,
disgusting.
is it?
I wouldn't
I
have-
haven't been up.
We've been saying that for a long time.
I went up to,
North Belgrade, you mean, or was it North Belgrade?
Belgrade Community Center.
I know
didn't know if you meant.
he's had a lot of work that he's
This has
been,
like 2 years, well, a year and a half at least.
I know,
And
I
it's
know.
just very unappealing when you get there.
it is. It is. He's gonna be working, doing something with the ceiling. I know that, he's put some work into it. And he thought he just needed to replace the ramp. Well, he needed to replace the whole back door, which is a solid steel door. Because it wasn't in working condition, and that's the emergency exit. So he's had to put a lot more into it, I think, than,
It just needs to be
expected.
power washed.
Yeah, I know. I'm not happy about that. The whole bug thing all over the front of the building. Yeah, they do wash it once a year. I will say that. They do power wash it once a year. It's the lights that are there that attract all those bugs. So, So anyway, I will mention it again, but Betty, I can't promise it's gonna be done by.
Cold coming in.
Yeah, yeah. Sign
I just wanted to
placement.
look welcoming, that's all.
So I did want, because I know Betty and I were both here, but Mary DeRozier did this great draft work calendar, and I didn't hear from her. Kind of lays things out and gives us a basis, something to build on. Programs that we have in place, programs that we want to do. And when we need to start that planning process, cause I feel like we're like falling behind the 8 ball and we're always rushing to do things. Like I feel like now 2 weeks away is December 9th, and there's this huge, for me, I feel like a huge rush. And I'm a planner. That's how I live my life. That's my sanity. So I know January is coming, and we talked about having people do income taxes. And so I don't know if any of you know people that would be interested.
I don't know anyone that does.
And, well, I thought, I don't know, last time I was here, I thought there was somebody that we knew in town, somebody that could come and help people with taxes. I thought a couple of months ago, or somebody
Yeah.
had come up with a name, although I think it was a woman who did simple taxes, remember that?
Well, and that's it. If we could just offer this service, somebody said, AARP.
I thought it was somebody who, you know, we
Yeah,
didn't throw out
AARP
a
does
name,
do it.
wasn't
Do they
me,
do it?
but who, could help somebody do just simple taxes.
Mhm.
Maybe they didn't have a name, but I know we had discussed it months ago.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't recall. I'd have to go back through all the minutes, to find out. Do you recall, Betty?
Maybe we didn't come up with a name. I just know that we had said it just, you know, to
Yeah.
help somebody do simple taxes. But for some reason, I thought we had a name of somebody in Belgrade.
Do you want me to call AARP?
I'm trying to think if I even.
Do you want to
know
try
anyone.
calling them to see if there's somebody local that maybe we could schedule something in January? I mean, we're still on for Mondays from 2 to 4. We're still on the recreation calendar for that time because that's the time that we had for movie Mondays, so Dan still has us on. So
So,
we have an opportunity then, I mean, we
so
could,
at Monday 2 to 4 is when it would be a good time to do it, is what you're saying?
yeah. Yeah, if that, works, I mean. As long as I know in advance, I can get in touch with Dan, but I know, a lot of different people are having like holiday things going on and they are renting that facility, so. I try to be mindful of, his rentals,
Okay.
okay?
Should we do towards the end of January?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, because a lot of
Some
people don't
need to
have
get
their,
stuff and go.
all right, maybe towards the end of January,
Or even into February, as long
Yeah.
as you don't get.
or the first of
Yeah,
February,
He works for the state, don't get it until.
Right,
Yeah.
I was gonna
Until
say.
very last possible day.
yeah, okay, all right,
February.
So why don't we push it to
By
February?
February 5th, 12th, 19th, or 26th of the 4 Mondays.
okay, maybe push into February 5th. That gives us enough time maybe to, the other thing that I'm thinking, we're gonna cancel December's meeting. Cause isn't that the 4th? It's the 18th, the 18th is,
Oh, the last week would be Christmas, right? But-
we talked about this at the last meeting, but I didn't see it in the
18th is
minutes.
Monday.
Yeah,
I didn't have it.
because we're having our walkers party on the 18th, so that's a Monday. December is a busy month.
It is, and I know everybody's busy and I try to be mindful of that. I try
I think
to,
we cancel, and if we have anything, we reach out through email,
yeah,
like if if I get any updates on anything.
okay, yeah. And right now, I'll just reach out on email for December for
And then
the
I'll.
gathering.
Can, like, we're not getting in touch with people, all, then I can take over. You keep
Okay.
us informed.
Okay,
One more job for you though, yeah.
yeah. Well, sometimes it's easy and sometimes it's not.
Well, someone sent it, and then you can just forward it to everybody,
Yeah,
so you
Yeah.
have to retype it.
yeah, no, I've been trying to do that when I replied, just hit reply to whoever, and then I put in the senior resource committee so everybody knows. Um,
So then our next meeting would be January 22nd.
so by then, we should know about nail and nail, maybe for February. For planning, the state of planning.
I
And
can
if,
get it
if
for
we
the end of
can't get them,
January.
then let's think about Lisa Day.
Yeah, and if I can get it for the end of January, I will,
Okay,
so that we have something in January, but I will reach out this week and then let you
Yeah, so we
know.
don't have something 2 weeks in a row though. If you're gonna do nail in January, the end of January, then we should. maybe we'll-
oh, and then doing
Yeah,
the
well,
tax
maybe
thing,
first, third week of February.
Yeah.
That still gives people plenty of time to do. the
Yeah.
taxes.
and
I
it's,
think this is probably, the estate planning will probably end up being a Saturday though.
yeah,
Just because that seemed to be when the funeral home come to,
yeah.
so.
But if it doesn't work out, reach out to Lisa Day, see if she's willing to do something, and people know Lisa, they feel comfortable with Lisa. And I didn't know if you all knew that Marie Pulsifer passed away,
Oh
yeah,
my God, she did?
yeah, she did, so sad,
Oh,
yeah.
but she's been sick for long.
She went into the nursing home, she'd had some problems.
But they haven't done that one. They
2
know.
weeks.
That's what I
2
was saying,
weeks, it
maybe
was
2
right
weeks.
before I
Yeah.
left, for vacation, so it was
Yeah,
the
that's
Friday
right, a couple
before
weeks.
my
Because a week
vacation.
ago, we said prayers for her in church, so she
Yeah.
was,
Yeah, and I did want to say, thank you also, Sue, because I know that you headed up the flower initiative around town, and I wanted to note that I thought it was very nice coming in to Belgrade from the
I
south end. I just,
enjoy it.
yeah.
I use my own money, but I enjoy it.
yeah,
And actually,
no,
I-
it really, it looked nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, so.
thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
And
no.
people that-
I know, everything didn't turn out like you wanted it to, but
I've got an application that I'm filling out with, Nancy Drysdale. She's heading up a thing and, I can get $100 from her.
wow,
And,
yeah.
so I don't have to use my own money.
Yeah.
I can give some to Jean Perkins because she does the one down, coming into Belgrade.
Oh,
And she'll
nice.
do the one by the, community center.
Yeah,
But it's just nice when people go by and they stop at North
Yeah.
Belgrade, thank you so much, and then the one down at the post office, those are such small words,
Yeah.
and it just filled my heart to know
Yeah.
that I was making somebody.
it makes it cheerful. So I did notice it coming
So we
into
also wanna
town.
Thank you for Jean Perkins in the minutes. And somebody else. Jean did some of it too.
Jean did the
Jean
North
did.
Belgrade one, yeah.
I had a bunch of thank yous too. I went to send a get well card to, that's why I was hoping Sue Bradshaw would be on, to Hillary. Cause I know she's been through a lot lately and she was just such a dedicated member, even though she wasn't a member. She
was very
came
involved
all
in
the
church,
time.
Too.
Yeah, yeah, and,
So I didn't know about.
but we also have this other person, Rhonda Weber. Who, she had donated some yarn, some crafts, some puzzles and things like that. So I'll send that off to Sue, that, for thank you card to be sent to her. So I think I already sent it to Sue. I'm not sure if she's, not on very much because I sometimes don't get a response. So.
She's remaining on the committee.
I don't know, but I do want
Who
to
goes
help.
off this year?
I'm
Do I
sorry.
go off this year?
What? You're staying on forever. You're staying on forever.
I think that you're having. a
I would
very
have to
fun-
look, it's
You're
on,
retiring.
Retire, that's
You're
it.
retiring, so you have no excuse.
How long is our term supposed to be?
I think there were 3-year staggered
It
terms.
was staggering.
Yeah, I have it. It's on the Town of Belgrade website too, everybody's terms. So, all right. No more talking about getting off. Anybody?
I think I'm up this year.
Sand buckets for seniors. I was thinking that might be a nice thing to coordinate with our Christmas holiday. Pick up your sand bucket, full sand bucket. I don't know how that would go, but,
Or sign up, because I
or
don't know.
sign up.
Yeah, I mean, cause it.
Because right now I get
the one
about,
who've been picking them up would be.
that would be too heavy, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
But
I can't even.
Did you see the
They're
paper,
heavy.
the article in the paper about Augusta doing it?
no,
Yeah.
Okay, and I said, we started that principle, nobody went to the press and told them, so they wrote a story about Augusta doing
about
it.
Augusta.
Mary,
Who is
didn't-
doing
didn't
it?
We have sign up, at election time. I was
We
at that
did.
table with,
Yeah.
now, Hillary.
Yeah,
And then people came and they wrote their
Right.
names down and then we turned them in.
yeah,
But there's no way I could lift a bucket.
yeah.
I think,
No, and I didn't have anybody do it in November and there was no way I could do it. I was already shorthanded with 2 people.
Well, you ended up
In
sending
here,
out a
brand
list
new.
of people, and there were a couple that were up near where I live, and I thought, oh, I could do them, and I know Tasha ended up doing that first round of
Yeah,
deliveries, I know
Yeah.
Tasha ended up doing.
yeah. And this year, for soon the election is gonna be crazy. I'm not even done the November election. They don't let us in for like,
Yeah.
45 days afterwards, so I can't even finish till December sometime. To get that completed, but this will be the primary, March 5th, presidential primary, so it's gonna be a huge year for elections. But I do have 2 new people out front, so I'm pretty busy just doing training out there. But maybe just doing a sign up for sand buckets then, and
That's-
coordinating that with the
Yeah,
Christmas
rather
party.
than having them try to pick it up.
Right.
I think that-
Because it would be nice to just do, because I randomly had people calling here, they're like, well, I need sand now. And I'm like, oh my word, I'm working full time, I can't get out there.
you can't lift those buckets, Mary.
No,
Very heavy.
they're pretty heavy, they are pretty heavy.
Now, we had, and I don't know whatever happened to it, but when we had the sign up at one of the elections, we had a bunch of young men that signed up and said, I can help with that, I can
Yeah.
deliver buckets. I don't know if any of them were ever contacted or anything ever came of that, or.
No, I know you delivered some, I know I delivered a pile, I know
I did.
Tasha delivered some. Yeah,
I-
but they're very heavy. You
Mm.
fill up a 5-gallon bucket full of sand, and usually I was only filling them 2/3 full because
You can't.
I couldn't manage it. So, and then walking on ice to a couple of people's houses, I was like,
Well,
don't
yeah,
fall. I went on my lunch break
I fell.
and I was like, don't
Delivering one
fall,
on the
don't
ice.
fall.
I
Yeah,
did.
you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, we should be doing it and maybe we should,
But I know there were some guys that, so maybe some of the guys that work for Corey, he might know someone that would, not that it's the
Yeah.
town's responsibility, but someone that might volunteer.
yeah,
I mean, there are
I know
people
that,
in town that care about.
Tasha's father helped
Yeah.
with some of them. So,
Yeah.
but I'm thinking of like coordinating one day that we just do bang a bunch of, take 3 or 4 hours and just deliver all these
How about
buckets
a
because
Boy
it's so
Scouts?
hard during the week.
Yeah.
How about our Boy Scouts have the service project?
There is no Boy
We don't
Scouts
have
in
any boys.
Belgrade.
We have to go to.
No Boy Scouts, and I know there's no troop, but I can't believe there's not any Boy Scouts.
In Sydney, there is.
We
But
have to
they're
go,
Belgrade residents.
we have to go to Sydney, 'cause I looked at that from the
Yeah.
flower box.
Yeah,
But.
The only
They
Okay,
have a-
Okay, I'm not gonna, I
Yeah.
don't, I mean, not gonna die on the sword, I'm just saying,
yeah,
so it's a Sydney truth,
I
if
could-
we called and said, do we have any Belgrade residents that want to, Boy Scout residents that wanna work on a surface project? We have, you know,
Yeah.
things to be delivered, but then again, if they're little guys, they couldn't come to me.
The other thing I could do, if I still think I work at the high school, I could, if you had a designated time, I don't know who the new P Club person is, because the one that replacement, there's been 2 replacements since I've left. If there was a designated time, I certainly could see if the Key Club kids, boys, and I have to say girls too, because they would be offended, if they could come out and help out. That's the other thing.
Good.
yeah, yeah,
But like I said, I still think I work there and I don't. But I could, that would be a possibility too, if we had a date and a time,
mhm,
so that I could make them committed to it. It's hard to get
Okay.
kids to commit.
Well, do we
Yeah,
want to set a
it
date and
is.
a time?
I know, because winter's here.
Yep.
We don't have snow yet,
And
we don't have ice
Good
yet,
luck, yeah, that we don't
Yeah.
have snow yet.
yeah,
Then we got school vacation coming up too, so December. But that's something that I could try, rather, I can't guarantee anything. I don't know
Yeah.
who has replaced me. If I was on it, I would certainly have kids out here, but I don't,
yeah,
they've changed the whole thing since I've left, so.
okay,
But that's an idea,
I think that's a good idea.
you know?
yeah. So Sue, you're gonna look
Maybe a
into the
reference
Key
one.
Club,
Pardon me?
you're gonna look into the Key Club to see if that's an option
Yeah, I can. I'll
for
do that.
delivery,
Yeah,
if there was, if there's even an interest.
yeah, I will.
And, okay,
Yeah.
Tasha said that she will
Interesting.
help, she will help deliver, I know she'll do all that, you know, she just takes it and goes and does it, bang. We only have about 10 sand buckets left right now, so I did send, something out to her, telling her that we needed more sand buckets.
Okay,
Did
so.
she get those donated?
Yeah, Karen McFadden actually got
Oh,
the 3-gallon ones donated, which were a lot easier to manage.
Do you know who she got them from?
She got them from somebody over on the Summer Haven Road that has a sheet rocking business. So, and when I found that out, well, first she asked Megan Bro's husband there, Jamie Bro, because he does sheet rock, but they reuse them or something. So Karen McFadden got them over there. I don't know who that person is, but I can find out. And see if it's still,
I could go pick them up.
yeah, okay.
should we ask the people we delivered to or for the, that,
Well,
ones that got them last year, if we
They're
could be?
supposed to return them, and we asked, we put something on them, please return to the SRC. So.
Did they?
Well, they might. be
Some
waiting-
people did,
They
some
might be
people
waiting
didn't,
They might be
some-
waiting for the sand, you know.
yeah, and some people, switch them out, like I'd take 2 and pick up 2,
Yeah,
so, yeah,
I know, like our sand bucket, we still have sand in it, so we didn't return it.
Yeah.
We'll fill it up again this year, use the same one.
yeah,
Maybe we should put like a magic, thing that says, please return.
We did.
Oh, you
yeah,
did?
we did,
does
yeah.
it have, do we have a list, do we know who we did last year?
I think I still have a photocopy of that list. I think I kept a copy, so I'd have to look through, we got a binder like this. So,
Yeah, I don't know anyone that I know the person that you fell at their house and doing their mills.
Yeah.
And I know there was a couple people that were up in the Belgrade Lakes area, but I don't know who. I don't know anyone to say, you know, I'd reach out to them, except that I wondered if we had a list and. No, we could do that. We
Yeah.
could reach out to them, say, do you need sand buckets and do you still have the buckets?
Okay. let me look for,
Cause I think one of them might have been the Smith. I think I
Okay.
remember that them just.
okay, Alright, so I think I got one more thing is just, discussion, about attendance. I know everybody's busy, I know I'm busy, sometimes I push things out, I'm so sorry. But I've had to because of different things going on, life happens, but, so it's hard, like, tonight we have 4 members, we're a committee of 10. So, you know, even though we're only an advisory committee, if we want something, we make a recommendation on it to the Board of Select Persons is just so important that we have a quorum.
Especially since we fought to get this committee.
Yes, we did fight to get this committee
How long
and
has this
it's
committee
evolved.
been in 3 years? So we've been up 3 years?
So it's been 3 years, but before that, Gary Mahler had it, and I had
And that
joined
was
about
because
time, it was a little bit different
Just before
then.
COVID, he
Um,
started it and we only met maybe a year or something and then
Yeah,
COVID happened.
well, I think that we've kind of taken off in a different direction,
Yeah.
because initially, you know, which ideally. Eventually, maybe we'll get there, is to have a place here in Belgrade for seniors where they could live in,
Yeah.
you know, people don't wanna move away. They don't wanna, you know, go over to Reed Field and live in the house over there, or go to Lakewood and live there. They'd like to stay here with familiar surroundings, so, I don't know if we'll ever get there before I'm on. But it's, you know, it's, it would be a nice thought that,
Okay.
we had some senior housing here in
Sorry.
Belgrade.
Yeah.
Affordable senior housing is something that was seriously lacking here in Belgrade, because
I don't see that happening anytime soon.
the
though.
way that everything is
The
going up
house on the
and,
Dunn Road, I just saw with 43,000 more than the asking price, the
yeah,
big log home down on the Dunn Road.
because it's a
So
bidding
when
war.
houses and people are paying.
Yeah, it's a bidding
That-
war right now.
that is
It's
more than what
ridiculous.
this-
We have people that are bidding $500,000 more on houses that we don't have assessed as high as. And so while our mill rate dropped, our values increased. So our mill rate's actually pretty low when you think about it. It's 8.9. That's low.
Yes,
I
it
mean,
is.
it is very low, but our values are so
Mhm.
high. And unfortunately, it's pushing a lot of seniors out that,
Mhm.
you know. So,
Well, you're talking about the members.
yeah, so, you know, we're a committee of 10. And if people can't make it, I know I'm kind of last minute sometimes, and my
Well,
sincere
I
apologies
apologize
for
the
that.
Last one, that one has been rescheduled, and
It did get
and I didn't
rescheduled.
know.
Yeah,
Frank
yeah.
came home and said, Mary gave me hell because you didn't go to the meeting. I said, I didn't know there was a meeting.
Yeah, I usually try to go the next week. It's always the fourth Monday, and I know, you know, if we can just be consistent in attendance. And I know that, you know, now we have 2 snowbirds, so that puts us down to 8. And we have Sue, who doesn't live here.
And we need the volunteers to do the work.
And we need volunteers, and Tasha has not been able, because she is kind of a single mom in the sense that her husband works out of state most of the whole year. And so she's taking care of her child and, you know, family first. But, and Mary DeRozier, actually, she's got some wonderful ideas. And she's not a committee member, but her and Roger have been attending. So I'm not sure tonight. I know she has some serious health issues going on, so, but yeah. I'll try to be better about reminding people, but I have this
It
philosophy.
doesn't have our expiration on here. But we got,
It doesn't,
no, Mary, Tasha, Karen, Gail, Doris, Betty, Sue Bradshaw, Sue Carino, Kim Hagan, and Lois Ainsworth.
yeah. I have them out in the oath book. I can send them out.
Well, I know when I came on, somebody had left, their term had expired, so that's how I got on, but I don't know how, I want to say 3 years, but maybe I'm wrong.
They're 3-year terms. So, yeah, I have them in the oath book anyway, because I have them,
Well, I was just
everybody's
wondering,
staggered.
like, who would be rolling off this year? And if they would stay on.
Yeah. Karen just re-upped, I
She
know
just
that,
And Doris did too, didn't she?
and,
I think
yeah, and Doris
did
did too, and I think Tasha and I re-upped the year before.
So I'm thinking it's probably Lois and I. that
Yeah, I'll have to take a
come off
look.
This year.
And I know it's hard for Lois to get out and make meetings. I'll try to get this Zoom thing
You
figured
know, that's
out.
too bad. If I knew she wanted to come,
Yeah,
I go right by her house.
Oh, you do?
Because
Yeah.
I'm right on the town line of Oakland, that's how
Oh, yeah.
so I go right by her house.
yeah,
If I knew she wanted to come, I certainly could pick her
Yeah.
up.
I did not hear from her, so I don't know if she's really
I
good
think-
about getting on email. I thought she was, cause sometimes I get a response and sometimes I don't.
She may have had family here for the holiday. Of course, I don't know if they've
Yeah.
gone by now or not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right. All right,
She's showing her age.
aren't we all?
Also,
At least.
What's that?
I said she's like 84.
Is she 84? Yeah. Yeah, it's awful hard to drive at night too. I know, I don't like driving at night and,
I don't like that.
yeah, yeah.
Last week was horrible, last month was horrible.
Yeah, it was because it was downpouring, wasn't it? And
The lights coming at you and reflection on the road.
yeah, it was very
I
shiny, very,
Exam the halogen lights. I am totally blinded by them.
Yeah.
And trucks, pickup trucks. The lights are-
I don't like driving at night. I really have to concentrate on the white lines.
So do I. Yeah.
all right, anything else anybody wants to bring up or? Is
So
it,
you're gonna let me know, if you talk to Dawn Peterson,
Yeah,
and then,
I'll let Mary know and she can.
yeah,
and,
Don Peterson, Nail and Nail, or Lisa Day, AARP, Key Club,
I'm gonna go Key Club and Guidance.
okay.
And
Okay,
then if I hear that Dawn can't do it, I'll ask the Rhines.
Yeah.
And I'll say it's paid. They
okay,
get paid for it, right?
Yeah.
What do they get paid?
I don't know,
We didn't pay Rick, he did it for nothing,
yeah,
but, I mean, I think it's fair to say we're gonna pay something.
yeah,
I think
Yeah.
$50.
50 or, yeah.
yeah,
50 for an hour,
for
yeah.
All
now,
right, so I'll just say
Okay.
50, just so I can, if they say.
Yeah.
Okay.
okay, sounds good, yeah. And I'll still do follow up on the sign, I'll send the emails out for, food donations.
That sign's gonna look nice.
I think so
Mary,
too.
is there anything that anyone can take off your plate? I mean, I
Do you
could,
wanna be the chair?
no. I do attendance, but I just don't know that I know what to put on, but I'm.
I don't always know either, Kim, I wing it from the agenda before, where do we leave off? What do we need to do? Where
Well,
are we
I
going
think
now?
If you
Yeah,
want help, then ask.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
because I'm, yeah,
okay,
I
It goes
can,
all the way around.
I can do stuff, I can do agendas, I can do.
Yeah.
whatever.
but
Especially when
it's,
she retires.
You want to take minutes?
No, I don't, no, I'm horrible at taking minutes.
Yeah.
I took minutes for trustees at church, and I don't know, minutes aren't my thing.
depends on what people are looking for, everybody's looking for something different in minutes. Some people want all the conversations, some people just want,
I just put the
Decisions.
highlights.
yeah, highlights, yeah, but.
Well, if you're not happy with me, I'll find somebody else to do it. because
No,
that's-
no, we're so happy with you doing it,
That's all people need is a highlight. They don't need
yeah,
us chit chatting on the side.
No, I'm just trying to put down some of the discussion if it's in.
unused donations.
We're not doing.
I will follow up with Dan also on that.
Now, you
TV.
said, you mentioned the movies, who's mentioned it to you, is it Mr. Libby, or is it?
He's been in, but, yeah,
It's Gail.
I can tell he's kinda, and I tried to ask him a couple times, because he did go, he lives across the street. think he's just not comfortable.
I think he's not comfortable getting
Yeah.
it going and.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And yeah,
But it's
Gail
different to come and watch a movie and have it all. keep
set
up
up
just-
and you eat your popcorn and your homemade cookies from Cam and
They miss.
then you fill your pockets full of the homemade cookies and take them home.
That's what I would do.
That's what some of them did.
One of them does, she's funny, she'll load up her purse and then she'll say, good, you know, whatever's left.